Good day, I'm Theodore Henry and this is your JIS News for Friday, May 17, 2024. The Factories Corporation of Jamaica FCJ has been directed to develop turnkey community micro-business parks island-wide to create more cost-effective operation spaces for micro, small and medium-sized enterprises, MSMEs. Prime Minister Andrew Holness made the disclosure during the launch of Adam and Eve Day Spa's new location on the Old Hope Road in Kingston on Wednesday, pointing out that there are about 425,000 MSMEs across Jamaica. Mr. Holness says this will help to address access to proper infrastructure, specifically purpose-built facilities, which is a general challenge that many experience.
Many business persons, particularly MSMEs, they raise the issue of, for example, not having enough warehousing space. That is always a problem. And in the search for properties, when they do find properties, the level of retrofitting that has to be done to make the property useful is sometimes overwhelming on the business.
The first turnkey community micro-business park being built by the FCJ is the Morant Bay Urban Centre in St. Thomas. The FCJ has also undertaken a massive expansion of the Garmex facility. That work is being done in two phases, with approximately $3.5 billion spent over the last 3 years.
But we recognize that whilst we will have larger businesses moving in and occupying the space, that we must support the MSMEs in and around the area to create this ecosystem of real estate and facilities.
The value of benefits under the government's social pension program has been increased from $6,800 to $12,000. The new benefit payment, which is dispersed bi-monthly, took effect in May. The social pension program was introduced in 2021 as the government's Caring for Our Elderly initiative. It provides financial support to senior citizens 75 years and older who are not in receipt of a pension and are not beneficiaries of a government program. In a release announcing the increased payment amount, the Ministry of Labour and Social Security reveals that approximately 13,000 elderly persons are now benefiting from the program. Other vulnerable seniors who meet the criteria are being encouraged to register for assistance under the program. Applications may be submitted on behalf of eligible persons by their caregivers. Interested persons may contact the Ministry of Labour and Social Security's office in their parish of residence. More information is available on the ministry's website at mlss.gov.jm. Telecommunications Minister Darrell Vaz says the government is committed to reducing the digital divide in marginalized communities. He was speaking at the inaugural Caribbean Spectrum Management Conference held in Montego Bay recently.
Addressing this challenge requires a multifaceted approach encompassing infrastructure development, digital literacy programs, and targeted initiatives to reach marginalized communities. By working collaboratively across sectors and leveraging innovative technologies, we can further bridge the digital divide and create a more equitable and inclusive society for all.
As part of this work, Minister Vaz says the successful implementation of community Wi-Fi hotspots in the last financial year has brought internet penetration to 315 communities across the island. Minister of Health and Wellness Dr. Christopher Tufton is encouraging parents, guardians and teachers to take steps to ensure that our children are engaging in physical activities that will enable them to live a healthier life.
We need to do more to encourage our children to go outside, to leave the smartphone. Probably don't have it at all in the school, although I know sometimes it's essential for communication. To come off of the internet, to avoid some of the ultra-processed snacks, greasy, salty, sugary, fatty, and get back to the basic lifestyle of living.
He is also urging students to identify an engagement that they can actively participate in daily, particularly something they enjoy.
If you like running, go run a little mile around the house. If you like walking, go out and walk for half an hour. If you like swimming and you can swim, go do a little swimming. If you like hiking, go and hike.
Dr. Tufton was speaking at the National School Moves Day held at Manchester High School recently. The Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, KSA-MC, will be undertaking work at the Jamaica Society for the Blind and Missionaries of the Poor on Labor Day. Mayor of Kingston, Councillor Andrew Swaby, announced the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish projects during the KSA-MC's monthly meeting on Tuesday. They are in keeping with the 2024 Labor Day theme: persons with disabilities, the elderly and the vulnerable, ramp up the access, show that you care.
Society for the Blind will be retrofitting the ramp to enable better accessibility for the wheelchairs. The Missionary of the Poor will be doing a rehabilitation of the corridors at their facilities on Law Street to facilitate easier travel of wheelchairs.
The mayor says several beautification projects will also be taking place ahead of Labor Day.
To kickstart the work of the Cleaner Kingston Committee, we intend to prune the trees in the general parade areas and on King Street. We'll be clearing dump sites. Planter boxes and flower beds will be made ready for planting. We'll be washing and sanitizing the area around St. William Grand Park. The main focus will be cleaning up the public space and making them more attractive.
And finally, preparations are in high gear for the Future of Work and Productivity Summit slated for June 20. The three-day event is being organized by the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. During the recent media launch, Portfolio Minister Pernell Charles Jr. said the goal of the summit was to better prepare the country for current realities and what is coming.
A lot of things that we take for granted is technology that has become so integrated into our lives that it's just there, but it's not. And so we have to find innovation and technology in our practices as well to make sure that we're harnessing the best of tomorrow.
Permanent Secretary Colette Roberts-Risden says the summit will aim to educate and inform, foster multi-stakeholder dialogue, promote productivity enhancement, and facilitate networking and collaboration.
Furthermore, the summit will serve as a commitment from the Ministry of Labour and Social Security to not only advocate for, but to actively implement policies that support digital upskilling and the adoption of new productivity tools.
And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.